designed to have 60-degree reciprocating curves. 60, 60, 60. That's the way we're designed. And that is our primary line of defense against gravity to protect our nervous system. We have a straight starting the reversal here. We're straight through here. We're straight. So we have no curvature that we need. And so what's going to happen, anytime there's loads put on the body, something is going to take it on, right? Because we don't have those curves. And I want to talk real briefly about the spinal defense mechanisms, SDM. Okay, our first line of defense we said is spinal curve.
Right.
How do we lose the curve? Two ways, macro or micro traumas. Macros, that's the slips, falls, accidents. Micro, those are the postural ones. Those are the repetitive strains, okay? For whatever reason we lose the curve as we have, we're going to talk about what happens next. Second defense is the muscular system. Muscles in regards to defense will start to spasm areas that are not stable. So we already know we've had spasms here. We already know we've had those spasms, yeah?
Yeah.
Spasms are energetically very expensive. So the body's going to do what? Again, it's all about stabilizing. So we lost the curve, muscle spasms, eventually it's going to get tired. It's energetically expensive. The third system is the ligamentous system. The function of a ligament is to connect bones, okay? Now, let's say the bone is supposed to be like this, bone, disc, bone. Let's say it's out of alignment or in the wrong position for a period of time. Those ligaments remodel, they shorten, okay? Some people say scar tissue, some people say shortened ligament, whatever it is. The point is when those ligaments shorten, now, let's take L5 as an example. So L5 goes back a little, the ligaments in the back shorten after a period of time. I wake up in the morning and I'm trying to stretch, but it's tight. We gotta open it up. Same thing here. That's the ligament. That's that morning stiffness we were talking about earlier, okay? Fourth system is the disc. Now, the disc is called the great ligament of the spine. It connects the two bones. Two parts of the disc. We have a nucleus, which is like, think of this like a pivotal ball bearing, right? We have the annulus that holds the ball bearing in place.
Okay.
The ball bearing, it's a pivot. It allows 6 degrees of motion. Okay, when we slip, fall, posture, life, things are going out, things are coming back, going out, coming back. Yeah? But the time it stays out is when this process happens. Okay, now let's say it misaligned. It misaligns, it's not sitting on the pivot. We're gonna lose one or all 6 degrees of motion. If we lose motion in the disc is called a synovial joint. Have you heard that term before? Synovial joint, our hands, our knees, our feet, means that there's not a direct nerve and blood supply there. There's a little sac that lines it, a little fluid. And the way these joints get nutrition, hydration, and get rid of waste products is through movement. You've heard the saying, move it or lose it. If you don't move it, it stiffens up.
Right.
That's characteristic of a synovial joint. Now, follow my thought process. Okay. We lost motion, okay, because of a misalignment, because we're not sitting on the ball bearing. Second thing is, the body's going to want to do what? Is going to want to compensate. But before we even get to that, it misaligns, the disc will start to swell, irritates the nerve. Wherever that nerve goes, there's less function. Now, if it's not moving, we lose the process of imbibition. Imbibition means like to imbibe, to bring in. Imbibition is the process in the synovial joint to bring in the nutrition and hydration to get rid of waste products. That only happens through motion. Okay? The point of it is, if we lose motion, we degenerate. We wear out faster. The fifth system is the osseous. And this is where the body lays down calcium. That's where arthritis comes from.